Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another quick pick prediction video. In this video, I'll be predicting the welterweight bout in PFL in the tournament between Rory MacDonald versus Dilano Taylor. And how I feel about this one is I feel like Dilano Taylor is a lot like, I'm not gonna say it's Zach parallel or Zach this or Zach that. It's not. Different fighters, different things, but very similar to Sada C. But he's like a younger version, like 25 years old, 6'3", very good frame, good physique. He's not like a 6'3" string being, 6'3" guy, pretty muscular as well and stuff. Carries some, really solid frame, especially start adding the skills on it. You can have a phenom potentially with what he has. But I just feel like he's making too quick of a turnaround, and it's not gonna be good for him. I feel like he's gonna patch up the skills or the deficiencies in his game. I feel like at this point in his career, the best thing to do for him is kind of move laterally, make those improvements, like move laterally as far as your level of competition, but as far as improving your skill set, start making that incline, go up, and then come back to this kind of level, and then you could thrive. Right now, I just don't feel like he's gonna make those improvements. I feel like right now, the difference between him and Sada C, in some sense, I guess, Sada C is has more of a finishing threat, whereas I feel like John Taylor has, like he has a lot of skills, like at least the beginnings of a lot of skills, and is a good place, but he is lacking finishing at this level, especially lacking finishing intent. And at all levels, I'm not really seeing that knockout power from that sting from. Like, I'm not saying it's touch guys and wobble guys. I'm not saying with that one punch knockout power or really like not notable power at all from him. Like I say, he got good shots, good technique, but it's not like he's a guy that got any real true sting on his punches. Like that's going to concern you. And then going with a guy like Rory MacDonald, who I'm not gonna say Rory MacDonald has no iron chin or nothing, but Rory MacDonald doesn't have very much finishes losses and lost where he got finished in his career. Even like we talking right now, like Rory MacDonald is a shell of his former self. He's not motivated. He's not this, not that. He's only been finished like I think one time in his whole career. But he's been finished like twice. He got finished by Carlos Condit in a weird way, like way back in the day, and then he got finished by Robbie Lawler in the second fight. So I think he only got finished twice. But like I said, don't quote me on that exactly, but I definitely think it's roughly 2 times. And along this whole time of him being faded and a shell of him for himself hasn't really been stopped. So going there with a guy like Dilano Taylor, who really got that finishing touch, did you say it? And then has a questionable wrestling defense. Like I said, that's another comparison to Sada C. Sada C's taking offense still kind of odd and stuff, but it's working for him now. It's getting better. But Dilano Taylor, like I feel like his wrestling still is. He like I say, he's still 25 and he's still working on things. And I feel like his wrestling still is an exploitable area, and I feel like Rory MacDonald can exploit that. Rory MacDonald can look to control him in his cage, look to control him with the takedowns, and look to keep the striking total rather close, or win the striking battle. But I feel like Rory MacDonald is the more well-rounded fighter, the more well-rounded threat. And I just feel like at this point, Dilano Taylor just kind of missing a couple steps that Rory MacDonald will have over him and will be able to get a decision victory, I feel. Dilano Taylor, I really don't see much losses from him. I think it might be like, I don't know. Don't even quote me on that either, because I'm just kind of trying to remember off the top of my head. But as far as from my recollection, I haven't really seen him get finished. I think he got submitted or something like that, but don't quote me on that. But I don't see him getting finished. I don't see Rory MacDonald finish him. I see Rory MacDonald kind of just beat him to a decision, looking to hold on to him, drag him to the mat, and, somewhat make up for his last fight against Sada C. Stick around and remaining somewhat relevant, just kind of with an asterisk mark, because the guy he really was supposed to fight that probably was going to beat him got pulled out because they biased against Russians, which is kind of odd. Like, you got an organization, you're supposed to be upholding your tournament, but don't even quote me on that. Like, I don't know what's going on. I just saw a lot of Russian fighters get pulled off his car. Maybe it just happened that they did something, but I really just think it's anti-Russian sentiment. So, and I'm not saying I'm a Russian sympathizer, but I'm just saying it's competition. Why are you messing with these guys competing? And yeah, Rory MacDonald most likely would have taken an L there, but now he's getting a matchup that's about as favorable as he could get at this point in PFL where this is. So this is a very favorable option. And that he might still fumble. I'm gonna say average. Now I'm gonna go high confidence Rory MacDonald here. Guy coming on short notice, hasn't really made those adjustments in his wrestling. Don't really get that sting on his punches. Then Rory MacDonald can more around it, far more experience. And yeah, the guy don't got the sting on it, so Rory MacDonald got pretty much not a whole lot to worry about, unless the guy just going his start is going to turn on, and that's also possible. Rory MacDonald not all the way there. This guy gets up for you, and then this is the turning point where he makes that shift in his career. Now all of a sudden he's a factor. But I'm not banking on Rory MacDonald just to school the younger guy who's not necessarily there yet, who hasn't really peaked yet. So in this fight, I got Rory MacDonald via decision.